We're going to do a couple exercises. We're going to tell you how many reps and sets we're going to do of each of them, and we're going to explain the versions and the modified version if you're not quite comfortable with the complete version, which is absolutely fine. So the first one we're going to do is lower abs. So you're going to lay down on the mat or on the ground or maybe your bed before you get out. You're going to keep your stomach nice and tight. You know how you have that cave in your back? I don't want it. I want you to roll your hips back so your entire back's flat against the ground. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring your knees back to our chest. And we're going to walk our feet out as long as you can keep that back flat. I don't want it arcing. If you start feeling your hips roll, you're done. Bring them back to your chest. So you can keep your stomach as tight as you can. Make sure you suck that belly button in. Reach out as far as you can. Bring it back. You should feel your belly pulling a little bit. Now, Serena is going to keep her feet nice and close to her body. So when she goes down, she's not going to get that arc of her back. See how it's nice and flat? Move your arm. See how it's nice and flat? She's perfectly flat on the ground. She's keeping her belly tight. That's perfect. She's going to bring it back to her chest. And she's going to let them down just before they touch the ground and bring it back up. If it's too easy, which is going to happen eventually, we'll walk our feet a little farther out. But the key is to keep that back perfectly flat against the ground. All right, the second exercise for this first session's workout, we're going to do some mini squats. You're going to need something that's not going to really move. This is a solid chair. We don't want it to be on rollers, and so if you happen to lose your balance, you can grab it. It's not going to come with you. Or like a bar, or like the edge of your bed. What we're going to do is you're going to keep your stomach nice and tight. We're going to hold on to the chair if you need to. The goal is to eventually not have to hold on, but always have that object here, just so that way if you happen to fall, you can grab a hold of it. And we're going to keep your stomach tight. You just kind of bend your knees, coming down, really drive through those heels, and standing back up. You're going to keep your stomach as tight as you can. What I don't want to see is you're arcing your back. Now, I can bend over the whole way and not do anything with my legs. You want to keep your stomach tight. You don't want your knees to go in front of your toes. So when you're squatting down, you really want to stick that backside out, drive through your heels, and when you're coming back up, nice and tight. You're going to keep that stomach tight. We've got a little alternate version. You see how she's kind of sitting back? She's using the chair a little more because she's a little more stable. And as she's going down, she's not getting quite the knee bend. Only go down as far as you can comfortably and come back up. We're going to try to get 2 sets of 15 of this. And like I said, if you can't get the 2 sets, that's absolutely fine. Do what you can, and then take a little break, about 30 seconds, and we'll do it again. All right, the third exercise for this first session is called prone cobras. What we're going to do is you can lay down on the ground or like on your bed before you get out. But we're going to lay face down. We're going to put our arms out to our side. The exercise is you're going to roll your shoulder blades back, lift up your head off the ground, make sure everything's in the neutral position. Keep your stomach nice and tight. Hold it for 2-3 seconds. Bring it back down. So you're going to roll your shoulders back, really make that back muscles tight, really squeeze those shoulder blades together. That's perfect. Now what we're going to do as an alternate is Serena's just going to squeeze her shoulder blades together. She's still going to make sure her head's supported. You can lay that on a pillow, on your bed, whatever's comfortable for you. But then she's going to relax. But she's really going to get the squeeze in between her shoulder blades. And she's going to hold for 3-4 seconds, get the good squeeze, and then relax it in between. We're going to try to get 2 sets of 15. If it's uncomfortable, try to reposition yourself and try it again. And if mine's uncomfortable, definitely try the modified version. All right, the next exercise for the first session is called diamond crunches. What we're going to do is we're going to, again, lay down on the ground or on your bed. What we're going to do is you're going to keep your stomach nice and tight. You're going to keep your feet relatively close to your body. We're going to make a diamond with your hand. Whatever's in that circle should stay in the circle. Like right now, I'm looking at the junction between the 2 ceiling tiles. So I'm going to keep that picture there. Unlike a sit-up, where the picture is going to change 100 times, I'm going to keep that junction in that circle. So you're going to make your stomach nice and tight, suck that belly button in. You're going to go straight up as high as you can comfortably. Come back down nice and slow. Go back up. Come back down. But that picture does not change the whole time. So we're going to try to get 2 sets of 15. If you have to break it up, feel free. Now, some people who have neck problems or aren't used to doing crunches or anything like that, the neck kind of gets tight. So this is going to be the alternate version that Serena's going to do. She's going to grab a towel, and that towel is going to be wrapped around her ears. And what she's going to do is she's going to support the weight of her head in her hands, so that way the neck doesn't have to take the brunt of that stress. So she's still going to do that little crunch. Whatever the object is in between her 2 hands is still going to stay the same, but she's going to go up and down, supporting her head, so that way it's less stress on the neck. Our next exercise is going to be mule kicks. What we're going to do is you're going to get that chair, that table, it's not going to move, so make sure it's pretty sturdy. We're going to bend one leg, you're going to stand up nice and tall, kick it straight back, reach out as far as you can, really make that backside nice and tight, hold it for 2-3 seconds, and bring it back in. Almost do like a little hip flexion, and kick it back out. Really extend it the whole way, bring it back in. We're going to do 2 sets of 15. Again, do 15. take a little break, do 15 more. But what I don't want to see is you lean into it. I can get my leg way up, but it's not going to get the desired effect. So we want to make sure we're standing up nice and tall, keep that core tight. We're going to kick it straight back and bring it back in. Now, Serena's going to do a little modified version. We're going to get not quite that range of motion. She's going to still take the leg forward and bring it back just past the threshold. Just to see how you can still see her front leg. We're going to bring it back just past that middle line and take it back in. All right, our last exercise for the first session. When we're done with this exercise, make sure you do the cool down so that way we're not going from 100 mile an hour to nothing. We're going to do a little marching. What we're going to do is I'm going to do it up. We're going to get up, knees up nice and high. We're going to get 30 of them. Count 1, 1, 2, 2, and not 30 straight. That's only 15. So we're going to do 30 straight. If you want to do 60, count whatever you want to do. But Serena's going to do a little modified version, a little easier on the knees, a little easier on the ankles. But we're still going to get that 30 steps. You get those knees up as high as you can, comfortably. And let them back down.